Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with one more match with our good old Black-White Warriors. More of the slower version, not as many one-drops. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. We have a first turn Mardu Woe-Reaper, and then if we get another untapped land, then we can throw out the Chief of the Edge of the Bloodshin. So we'll go ahead and keep this. It's not a bad hand. Shambling Vents are a little bit slow, but they're fine. I actually like their ability to turn into creatures and deal that last bit of damage. It's the missing link for what I think this deck needs. So this can be a Bloodstained Mire, which could be anything in this format. We'll go ahead. Here, actually, I think that we'll Shambling Vent instead. No. This gives us a... doesn't still give us a play. So we Shambling Vent, we can go 2 1-drops the next turn. I think this is actually the better play. And he'll crack the Bloodstained Mire to go grab, I'm sure, one of the dual lands. I am wrong. Just a mountain. Most likely going to be... oh, yeah, still have no clue. So Polluted Delta is going to go to the graveyard here. Could be a Sphinx's Tutelage deck. Yeah, that's my guess. He's going to Dragon Fodder. Tokens. Jeskai tokens. So here I do believe the best play is going to be putting out... yeah, here it's just going to be a Mardu Woe-Reaper and a Bloodsoaked. Dragon Fodder's really good against our deck, though. And he'll attack in for 2. We will let that happen. And I'm sure like a Horthing Outburst is going to come out here. Because now we can go and grab a red-black land. And Horthing Outburst is my guess. Hey! Alrighty, so we have to play the defensive route here, so it's just going to be a Chief. So Shambling Vents and a Chief. And then pass the turn. He's got a lot of cards in his graveyard. Can easily Treasure Cruise here. Just how insanely broken the card is with the dual lands now being able to get the colors needs. So I'm assuming Jeskai Ascendance he's going to come out here. It does look like he's going to dig for it. So a Treasure Cruise for most likely a Jeskai Ascendancy. Hordechief will be pretty decent, but it's going to take us a while. He's debating whether to attack in. At this point, I'll gladly take the damage. We have a renewable resource in the form of the Brutal Hordechief. He second guesses himself. And he's going to silk wrap my Chief. I'm actually glad that occurs because then we can Brutal Hordechief. And I will attack him with the Bloodsoaked because it can't block. And he'll let that go through. He's down to a 13. We need to hit like a Secure the Waste. Worst case scenario is he puts out an Ascendancy. Abzan Advantage will be great in this matchup. Yeah, another fetch land. Surprise, surprise. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the exile. 1 now in the graveyard. And there's the Ascendancy, and most likely we are going to lose here to just the damage that he can even do on this turn. So he's going to be able to Silk Wrap the Brutal Hordechief. Good news is, though, if these Ascendancy decks get very popular, we do have the Virulent Plague that absolutely shuts them down that we can put in the sideboard. And Silk Wrap. Oh, converted mana cost. Okay. I assume he's going to attack in here. He needs to start getting some advantage. And that does give us a creature 2 block. But he still has 3 cards in his deck. Another Brutal Hordechief. That's actually really good. Because it allows us to get 2 life here. And yeah, actually we'll go in with both of them. And he goes down to a 3. He's got to kill me this turn, but what Ascendancy deck cannot do 15 damage. He just has to get these up to 5/5s. Another Treasure Cruise here. Another Hordeling Outburst. That's very good because it allows him to have 3 more blockers. See, he can still Treasure Cruise here too. And he just didn't have it. We pull out of this. That is crazy. I thought for sure we'd lose this game. The Abzan Advantages come in. Valorous Stances can come out. We don't even need the... He could have the Monastery Mentor for Complete Disregard Sustain, but I just don't think it's worth it. Self-Inflicted Wounds are bad. I think we bring in Chief of the Scales. And then we can bring in even Wingmate Rocs for the Mardu or the Shadowspears. The Shadowspears are the weak link. Well, Bloodsoaked Champions are also kind of weak, but I just think that this is better. This is a weird match. We don't have a lot of sideboard hate against it. So, Virulent Plague is still a wonderful card if the Hordeling Outburst Dragon Fodder, and then what you do is just take out Secure the Wastes in those type of matchups. It does good against Gideon. I wonder if he's running Gideon. It might be time to actually throw one of in the sideboard. When at the first rotation, there was a ton of at least at my local game store, there was a ton of Mardu decks and white black or white red token based strategies, and I just knew it was a time before Jeskai Ascendancy came back into the mix. And Virulent Plague was really, really good against those type of decks. So I have to mulligan this, unfortunately. Our opponent does as well. Chief of Scale. This would be a great draw. If not, this is fine. Secure the Waste is going to be a great card versus our opponent. I'm sure he's running Secures as well. But we have the Abzan Advantage that we do want on top. This will take care of an Ascendancy. And we have a slow hand, but it's not bad. We'll go ahead and just gain a life. We'll have the Battle Brawler to come out next turn, see if he goes Dragon Fodder. Jace helps him. I guess that's a card that we should have kept in maybe the Ultimate Price or Complete Disregards. It's going to be Rager here. Or, excuse me, this is definitely going to be the Battle Brawler. No fetch lands yet, though. And he's going to start drawing cards with the Jace. We'll have a Chief of the Scale that will be nice. I do want to draw a land, of course. Preferably a tap land would be wonderful, because then it doesn't give us any disadvantage. Now, here we still have to lose a life. We'll Chief. He had to get rid of a Treasure Cruise, so everything in his deck is better than a Treasure Cruise. So now he can't secure and then kill it. If he secures, I'll be able to block. And it's going to be a Surge of Righteousness. And a Fire Impulse. All right. At least these are being used, though, right now. And they had to get rid of the Treasure Cruise, which is very, very relevant. That card is going to be... Gideon's going to be hard for us to deal with. It just might get out of control before we can do anything. If we draw one more land here, we can Brutal Hordechief. Perfect. I don't actually know if Brutal is the right play, if it's just the Bludgeon Rager and keep up. Or if we just secure the Waste in a turn. Because Jace will flip and then allow him to I think the best play is going to be just Rager. and pass. So we're going to have a flip Jace, and then he can recast the Fiery Impulse. Or Treasure Cruise. Thought about putting Gideon in this deck. I think it's actually a pretty decent option. This will be nice. So he's going to flip Jace. Puts another card in the graveyard, which is a Surge of Righteousness. But we'll be able to kill the ally. She decides to do with... Oh, he doesn't decide to... Well, yeah, because he can't recast a Treasure Cruise. He's going to come in with the Gideon. He has one card in hand. And we're just going to kill that ally. So... make him sack the Silk Wrap. And it does bolster on the stack, and so we do get to block the Knight. And that worked out well for us. So we can attack into Jace, get him down to 3. Because of the Fiery Impulse is definitely a problem. Or we could Raider Spoils and get him down to a 2. But then I think that's still the right play. So Raider Spoils and hit Jace. Jace is kind of out of range from... He has to +1 Jace now rather than cast back a Fiery Impulse. He's used a Silk Wrap, a Surge. It's going to be another Treasure Cruise. Hope he just misses here. Looks like another Silk Wrap's going to come out. A Dragon Fodder, perfect. We can kill the Dragon Fodders. And still survive. No, he'll put out an ally here. With Gideon. I don't think he attacks in with Gideon. Alright, he's going to go for an Emblem. Oh, that is insanely good. And I could only kill off 1. Get a Swamp. Unfortunately, I think we just pass the turn. He'll be able to flash back a Treasure Cruise. This would only trade 1 for 1. But we'll be able to secure the wastes, which are going to be pretty powerful against his hand. Can't really attack in with a Goblin. He's got 3 cards still in hand. He'd have to kill Jace if he wants to flash back the Treasure Cruise. 2 cards in hand. And we will secure the waste for 4. Gives us a bunch of 2/1s. Achieve the Scales make them 2/2s. And the Bludgeon would be a 2/4. Attack all into Gideon? Here, I mean, if we attack into him, we get more cards. He could have Gideon in his hand. I think we will Brutal Hordechief, because this at least gives us life. And if we attack into him, I think we'd rather just attack into him and draw a bunch of cards, or we can lose a Bludgeon Rager, have to double block with the Bludgeon Rager. He'll lose a Goblin, though. Yeah, we're definitely attacking in the Bloodshin Ranger. Jace. Jace. Gideon. Gideon. He only block one of them, so you can block the Bloodshin. And he's going to lose Gideon, so I think this guy can go at him. Because Jace at 1 or at 2 I don't care about again. I'd rather draw a card. So let's see how he decides to block here. So Gideon's going to die. And hopefully we can get we can draw a card. And still have a bunch of tokens left. Yeah, so he's going to lose a goblin. And keep Jace alive. Maybe I should have killed Jace. He has to plus Jace again, though. But this allows us to get a card, which is a Battle Brawler. Hate for another Gideon to come out. You got to think there's one in his hand. He's gone through 21 cards of his deck. Or like a Hordling Outburst. Jeskai Ascendancy. One card left in his hand. Gonna make a warrior obsolete. And the last card in his hand is a Gideon. Of course. So I need to get another Silk Rat, or another, excuse me, another... Jeez. Well, I can make him block as... Do we just win here still? Make him all block the 0-1? Yeah, we just win. Every one of them has to block the 0-1 warrior. And that is the power of Brutal Hordechief. A $2 mythic at the moment. Wins so many games out of nowhere. We 2-0 a Jeskai Ascendancy with incredible draws. That Warriors is a powerful deck. I unfortunately didn't go to the PPPTQ. Yesterday I was gonna go, and then I was dog sitting, and just needed a day off and didn't want to travel to go play Magic the Gathering. But man, Warriors, this is incredible. And I'm not just like cherry picking. These are just matches. I haven't had time to, find good matches. You can see the last matchup that went like 60 minutes, or 50 minutes. But I think we have a pretty incredible record with Black White Warriors. I might do a whole series. Maybe play it on Twitch tomorrow. We'll see how well. I think I actually did play it last week on Twitch and did very well with it as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this match, Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.